this round and at this stage of the game, I was like, I feel so grossed out at the reunion, people looking me dead in the eyes, being like, that never happened. And I'm like, wow.
So excited for you and so inspired by you, by the way. So how are you feeling this second time around?
Oh, I feel really good. The first trimester was like, I was very nauseated,
Yeah.
but once we entered second, I was energized and like, let's bring the bump out to as my accessory. No, I'm feeling myself.
Really? Okay, I love this. How is it different from Ocean? Because now it's like you kind of know what to expect a little bit.
Yeah. With Ocean, it was different in the sense that we were on lockdown. So like
Mm,
I was kind of laid up in bed all day, eating fabulous food, watching all the OG Housewives. I don't really remember if I was like exhausted or nauseated because I was just like on my back all day. So
mm.
this is different where like I'm like pregnant in the real world. Um, and as much as like I'm still in the real world bumping in sweatpants, I won't lie, pandemic pregnancy was the goat.
Yeah, 10,
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, now it's like you're a working mom and you have Ocean, so you kind of have the distraction as well. Maybe it's like not as much of a, focus. You kind of get to live a little. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I mean, I'm feeling like a badass because I'm out
Good.
here like working and doing all of the things that I always do, but I'm like also making life, which what's more legit than that?
It's so legit. I am so excited for you as a fan. Seeing you enter this, you talked about it a lot. I think at BravoCon, when I talked to you, kind of mentioned this might be your journey. And so to see you really, it all come to fruition is so beautiful, I have to say.
Thank you. I'm the type of person where if I say that I want to do something, I usually am going to do it. You
Mm,
know, like
yeah.
I don't just talk about things, I'm more of a doer. And I
Yeah.
think for a moment when I started ping ponging this idea around, people thought like, oh, she's like wounded. I'm like, no, this is really how I want my life to be, you
Yeah.
know? So here we are bumping.
You've announced the gender on Amazon Live. Congratulations. What was your reaction when you found out it was?
It's a girl, another girl. I'm just meant to like bring incredible females into the world. I feel like that's
Oh,
my calling. Um, I didn't have my heart set on either or, and I know every single parent says like, I just want a healthy baby. But
yeah.
after the 20-week appointment, and by the way, such a fan of that answer, but sometimes it's fun to be like, what do you want?
Mhm.
After my 20-week appointment with Ocean, where they were concerned, like she was not looking right,
Mm,
I truly was like, this baby and any other baby after this, I don't give a damn. I just
mm.
want a healthy kid. So I didn't have my heart set on either or. My brother did. He was like, I really hope that Law brings another dude into this mix. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Because
Easton's like the only boy around.
only boy, my older brother and nephew, they're back in Utah. So he's like, give me someone to throw a football with. Cause
Oh,
he's the best like bonus father figure. He like gets Ocean dressed in her princess outfits, plays
yeah.
tea party. And so I think he was like, someone please bring like a football into the mix.
Yeah.
But no, he did not get that.
Yeah. Well, listen, as you said to Lisa, you want to have a lot of kids. So maybe in the future, right?
Maybe in the future. And like, even though I've chosen a donor for this round, it's so much more than just wanting to have my baby be my baby all the time. There
Mm,
was also like, I want to give Ocean a sibling and I want them to be close in age. And I'm not going to wait to find a guy. Now, down the road, I'm not opposed to like meeting someone and being like, you know what, this feels right. Let's have a kid. I'm not saying that at all. But just with the timing and what I'm wanting right now, this was just like the option that felt so right to me.
mm. Yeah, I love it.
Thank
So you have said on VPR, and I feel like we're all kind of watching it happen. You're really in your soft girl era. You're softening, and I want to know from you, how is that going, and how do you think becoming a mom of two will help you on that journey?
Well, I think that like the spice lives in my DNA. So even if I am soft, like I always know that there's a chance that that side can be brought out of me.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
I've been my entire life. So maybe two kids will tucker me out so much that I won't have it in me to give this spice because I'll be so tired all the time.
Yeah.
Um, but I remember during the pandemic, I was so zen, right?
Mm,
Because you had to be like just to keep calm with the unknown of the world. And I just remember like having such a beautiful environment I felt for Ocean, as I created her. So going into this season, knowing like I want to get pregnant when this season wraps, I want to start the process. I knew we got to start now. We have to
mm,
start like preparing our body emotionally, physically,
mm,
mentally to have like a happy little womb for a baby.
mm. Well, you totally are kind of chill. You're much more chill than we've seen you before on this season. You
Yes.
guys just shot the reunion. You looked beautiful, by the way. We got the looks.
Thank
Very,
you.
you looked so good. And you were pregnant there? Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
pregnant.
I was so worried when they chose that dress. I was like, okay, I literally, if I grow the tiniest amount,
Yeah.
this dress
It's
is not.
not, it's gonna rip.
Yes. But I loved it because it just felt like so on brand with where I'm at in my world right now, just like feminine and
Mm.
whimsical and soft. So thank you. I'm happy that you liked it.
It was beautiful. So, what can you tell us about the reunion? How did it go? Because I was watching a clip of your podcast where you were like, I can't look at anyone the same after that.
Yeah, I was looking around at a group of people who I looked at whether we were beefing or not. For however many years I've been on this show, I'm like, these people are honest. Like they just tell it like it is. Sure, do we try to keep it like, oh, we may have like kissed this person or that person, but we say things that are a little uncomfortable, right?
Mm,
This round and at this stage of the game, I was like, I feel so grossed out where at the reunion, people looking me dead in the eyes, being like, that never happened. And I'm like, wow.
roll the tapes, Andy. Roll the tapes.
I'm like, this is like, even thinking about it now, I was so frustrated that I was
Mm,
sobbing uncontrollably after. I
mm,
think it's going to be a really good reunion. It's going to be one that we haven't really experienced before.
yeah.
And it felt like a giant purge for me. I felt great when it was over.
Like one of Tom Sandoval's emotional purges we saw him do. It was like
Mine was a little different than that.
a little calmer.
Yeah, but I left with feeling peaceful.
That's good.
I I knew that I had been as honest as I could have been, even though it may not have hit the way that I may have liked it to.
Yeah.
It was like I had not one thing to hide. There was not one stone that was left unturned on my end.
Well, that's how you want to leave it. You want to leave it all out on the table. So where do you stand with everybody? Who are you closest to right now on the cast?
Well, Sheena and I have a very deep-rooted friendship now
Mm,
where there's so much more at stake. Like our children are the cutest of friends. They've stepped up to the plate with Ocean, with this pregnancy, me being a girl in a house where I'm like, where how do I turn on the gas? It's like they've been a huge part of my little orca pod.
that's
Um,
great.
but honestly, right after that reunion, all I really cared about was like kind of staying in my own zone. And I do my little podcast and say what I need to say, and then I kind of retreat
Yeah.
um, just to keep my mental state okay and during this pregnancy.
You're kind of the only one that is more vocal with Ariana this season and offering her sort of, maybe you could give Tom more grace. Maybe we could work through this healing. And she doesn't take it well. So does that continue on the reunion, or do we find healing at the reunion with that?
Um, I found the reunion to be extremely healing. They did something different with the reunion and finale this with us. I don't know how it's going to play out on TV, but they did something very different, and it was extremely uncomfortable,
I'm
but
scared.
it very genius. Very genius.
I'm literally like, oh my God.
Yeah,
What is this gonna be?
it's going to be really freaking good. That's what I can tell you.
Okay, and does your relationship with Katie come to any resolve after this season? After I know you posted like you guys only kind of seem to get along when you're more down than up. So where does that go?
Again, like I don't know where any of us are going to end up, solo or in a friend group. I have no idea. All I know right now is I want to keep my inner peace, and even when the cast and I are beefing, I have a tremendous amount of love for each and every one of them. We've been through a lot together.
Yeah,
Um, but I just don't have any more to give right now. If
I get
someone's
it.
adding to my world, then I've got to isolate and just focus on. It's hard for the cast to understand because only Sheena's a mom.
Right.
So to talk about like just the importance of motherhood and how that changes you as a human being,
Yeah.
some people don't understand. So, and that's not my problem. I just want to like be a good mom to my daughter, prepare her for a new baby to come into the mix and the role that Ocean's going to take on as a little 3.5-year-old. And
So
then just
cute.
yeah. And then prepping my ass to bring a Virgo girl into the mix.
Let's go. Here we
Let's
go.
go.
Do we have names? I know that I think you posted like a couple. Did I make that
Weird.
up? You posted a
There's
couple
so
names.
I posted names that were on the list that I read to people, and they were like, absolutely not.
They
You
were a
can't.
little wild, but I wasn't surprised because Ocean is a unique name.
Yeah, but Ocean's unique, but when you hear it, you're not like, are you kidding me? Like you're like, oh, that's kind of like that's cute. That's cool.
Right.
Um, my mom was like, you cannot name your baby Utah. You cannot name your baby Rampage. What are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I've lost my mind. I don't have a set name yet.
Okay.
And I feel like because I'm ping ponging between a couple, what I'll do is when I see her, I'm gonna know the name.
Okay, I love it. Well,
Yeah.
we see you dip into the valley. That was cool to see you on a different show, kind of with your old castmates. I don't know. People are like, would Lala ever jump to the valley? Because as you said, Sheena is the only one that's also a parent, and that show is more about the dynamics of family.
Yeah, I do feel like that could be a really good fit for me. And it's an organic fit. Like those
Right.
people I know, I hang out with, we get our kids together, we trick or treat on Halloween. Um, so if I ever got the call to go and do that, of course I would not say no.
Yeah.
Um, and again, like you said, I like the fact that they're all parents. So when you're kind of in a certain mood, they can go, oh, Ocean maybe did this, or this
Mm-hmm.
might have happened, or she's hormonal, where like with the
Yes.
group I'm in now, they have no idea like what I'm even talking about.
Right. And it helps when you're in that kind of space that you're in, it helps to have the friends on a similar journey. I'm thinking you and Brittany need to create a commune. You guys just live together, kick out Jax. Well, he's already kicked out right now.
Right. Right. No, I thought the exact same thing when she started going through her stuff. I'm like, I would love to recruit you to my pod.
Come on in. Tell me, I'm not a mom, but I have a lot of mom friends. So tell me, what are your go-to like must-haves entering this new pregnancy that's going to make it easier for you?
You have to have like when I had Ocean, I had like all of these designated areas. Like this is the only changing table. And this is where she'll be changed at all times. Like you want to make it nice and pretty and chic. Having a newborn is not nice and pretty and chic. Having a diaper caddy that you can take from room to room and change this baby on the couch is a must have. And for all the new mamas, you're going to use that for your diapers. You're going to use it for your hand sanitizer. You're going to keep your onesies in there because I know we all think we want to dress our newborn baby all chic and cute and buy them the cute, tiny little Jordans. It's a waste of money. Get your onesies, which I have on my list. I have the diaper caddy. Also, because I come from Utah, I'm terrified of like bad teeth. I found this, I know, and Ocean didn't like binkies, so I was like thrilled about that. But I found this binky that's designed by an orthodontist because when your kid likes a binky and they suck it for too long, you can have a binky mouth forever. So I'm like terrified of this. And when I saw this binky, I was like, designed by an orthodontist, I'm getting it.
You're the best. I love catching up with you, and I'm so excited. Thank you for sharing this news with us. I'm so excited for you.
It was so good to see you. I love
So good
talking
to
to
see
you.
you.